South African hip-hop has never had a rivalry bigger than this. Not just music, not just tweets. This was personal, competitive, and cultural, bro. AKA versus Cassper Nyovest. It was like Chiefs versus Pirates, bro. Messi versus Ronaldo. You had to pick a side. But here is the question nobody asked directly though. Why did it feel like AKA was more loved, even when Cassper was winning? Because if you look at the numbers, Cassper was filling stadiums, bro, dominating locally, but somehow AKA still felt like that guy. So what was really going on here? Let's talk.
If you really look at the bulk of SA hip-hop and who was moving it, it was definitely Cassper and AKA and that beef and whatever. But I don't like comparing them because, dog, you can't. Now, for personal preference, sure, you can say AKA is the one, whatever the case may be, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But for cultural purposes, you needed a congratulations and a Dog Shebeleza in the same zeitgeist.
You see, this whole thing started around 2014, bro. Two young rappers, both hungry, both confident, both trying to be the biggest in South Africa. Then came a moment when Cassper says, Dog Shebeleza is the biggest song in the country. AKA replied, relax, my song Congratulate is actually #1 on iTunes. And just like that, it wasn't just music anymore. It was ego versus ego. At first, it was just social media, bro. Tweets, shorts, competition. But then things escalated. There were reports of AKA slapping Cassper in the club.
And he just got there and he slapped me. And I was not expecting it, so I fell. So
mfana
ke emi mo couchung mfana sale nyaza le tsogole le bona le softing yana khalatele le betsa clap ntata mana re pa so ke tsoga mo fatshe rala mana dintsha.
Incidents involving entourages, tension getting physical.
And then I'm at the club, he walks up to me and like all my friends are like, what are we supposed to do? I'm like, nah, it's all chill. Yeah. He gives me a hug and he says to me in the ear, yo, congratulations on that thing. But just know, I meant everything that I said.
Oh yes.
And everybody's like, yeah. I'm like, if only you knew what this fucker just said in my ear.
Now, it wasn't just entertainment. It was real tension, bro. Then came music. This is where AKA actually separated himself from many fans. His diss track Composure, different level, bro. Even Cassper admitted. That song gave him sleepless nights.
Damn.
Okay,
that song gave me sleepless nights.
I mean, since we're there on Composure, that's another guy. That's another guy. You obviously had some differences.
I think that's the only real beef I've ever had. Everybody else is just like stupid, like miscommunications and you know, things that could be fixed. But the Keenan thing was it was bad. Like,
so you're saying Composure gave you sleepless nights, bro?
Bro, because I was thinking, man, while I'm listening to the record, like, what does this nigga know? Sounds like this nigga might know more than what I think he knows.
And that tells you everything. AKA wasn't just talking. He was strategic, calculated, and most actually surgical, bro.
The one thing people don't understand is like, he was so smart. Everything was well calculated. He knew that that picture would do that. But he couldn't let me think for a second, Gucci, you must let your guard down.
Now, here is where things get confusing. Because while AKA was dominating conversations, Cassper was dominating numbers. He filled stadiums, fill up the dome, fill up F&B. And that's not normal. That's historical, bro. So, logically, Cassper should have been seen as bigger. But emotionally, culturally, it didn't always feel that way. No. This is where it gets deep now. AKA had something different. He didn't try to be liked. He said what he wanted, moved how he wanted, and weirdly, that made people respect him more.
There's a lot of love out here, but you know, when it's time to battle, we gotta battle. What's up, nigga? Where you at, nigga? Where you at? I want you to stand up right now and take this shit on the chest. Let's go!
AKA felt like luxury, confidence, global energy. He wasn't just a rapper. He felt like a brand, bro, a lifestyle. His sound, distinct, experimental, forward-thinking, you can actually hear it. People felt like he was pushing SA hip-hop forward. When AKA spoke, the whole culture listened. Whether you agreed or not, that's power, bro.
I think Keenan is probably the best hip-hop artist to come out of this country. After hearing that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, guys, you have to give it up to AKA. Hit after hit after hit. Keenan is actually in love with the music.
Yeah.
He doesn't make music to suit
timeless,
whatever.
bro.
So Keenan cooks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He goes into the studio and he cooks. He doesn't go, hey, what are people liking right now? What's the thing? Let me just go. Let me just do whatever the market wants. He goes, I need to put out something that's a bang.
And then everything changed when AKA passed away in 2023 at RP Mega. This rivalry ended just like that. No final resolutions, no full reconciliation, just silence. And that's when many people actually realized something. That rivalry was pushing both of them to be great.
A lot of people would say, I have been saying on the internet that since Keenan passed away, it seems like you are not motivated musically.
Yeah.
Do you think that's true?
Nah, I'm one of those guys who are unfortunately branded as a whack rapper from the beginning. And I'm just a whack rapper. No matter what you say, Cassper's whack. Do you understand? So there's always going to be a reason why I'm whack, according to the
Social media streets.
Yeah, I've been on a decline for 12 years. 12 years ago, I had my very first hit, Gusheshe. And I've been on a decline since.
Cassper himself admitted it. AKA was one of the only people who truly challenged him. And without that competition, something felt missing, bro.
Keenan was the only guy that actually gave me a run for my money. That's the guy who gave me problems. That's the guy who made me second judge myself. Second guess myself. That's the guy I used to worry about. That's true. You get what I'm saying?
We even spoke about it. I've actually mentioned it, I think, on the last episode. When I try to, because I always try to like fix things between you guys behind the scenes. And you're like, Tito, don't worry about it. This is competition. Get Chiefs the Pirates.
Chiefs the Pirates.
So, maybe the real truth is this. It was never about who was better. It was about what they brought out of each other. And maybe that's why AKA felt so loved. Because love him or hate him, he made the culture feel something, bro. For real.
Actually, you were friends with both Cassper and AKA. In your opinion, who do you think won that beef?
You guys are putting me in. You guys are putting me in.
No, Tito, no.
You guys wanted me to come here.
No, Tito, now. You can also ask us, we'll answer.
Well, being honest, like, you know, I'm friends with both, but I think Composure is the best diss track to ever come out of South Africa.
Facts. So
what
what
you're
you're saying,
I would say AKA, I would say AKA. Composure is the best diss track to ever come out. Period.
We were friends. We had a little conversation one time. I said something that he didn't like. I guess, I just said I wanted to be the best to ever do it. I said I wanted to be the greatest. I wanted to beat everybody. And I was studying everyone, and I was a fan of everybody's music, but I wanted to be the best. And it was just downhill from there, back and forth, who's the best, who's selling more, whatever. And, then it became songs, then became real beef, then there was guns, then there was police cases. It was really lit.